And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, just like that. We're back. The Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. With me, as always, my partner, my other half, Big J. Oakerson.
What a night.
Well, real quick, the unofficial third member of the Bonfire is Redman. The unofficial fourth member, Sal Volcano, who's on the show. Yeah.
Hello. Oh, wow, Redman. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Had to be here.
You got to understand, Redman he's got the open invite.
Oh, I understand.
He was on our show very early.
I get it.
And he said he'd bring Method Man.
I love Reggie Noble. From Brick City. From Brick City, baby.
He took a chance on us when no one else would.
Yeah.
And that man.
He looked me right in the eyes.
He messes with Staten Island, too. Well, not just because of Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, like, he chills there and stuff.
He fucks with it.
He fucks with it, and he used to live there.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. His MTV Cribs is on Staten Island.
That was on Staten Island?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's great.
That's the best one.
Yeah, he told us that was all real. He said
His
they showed
cousins
up
on the floor and shit.
He said they showed up early.
Keeps his money in a cigar box and above the fridge.
And he said they showed up early, and he was like, yo, I'm going to go back to bed. He's like, I'm going to go back to bed and you guys film. Because I don't want to do these interstitial shit. And then 2 hours later, came back downstairs and was like, all right, let's do Cribs.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love watching.
Forgot.
He raced. I follow Redman on Instagram, and he raced the guy on the highway, and it was awesome because he was just like, "I just whooped your ass." And it's just a weird thing to think, like, is that Redman?
Oh, a civilian car race?
Yeah,
I love it.
And then,
Really? He just did like a vroom at the red light with somebody?
yeah. And then he got on Instagram. He's like, "I just whooped your ass if you're in a black BMW M3." And it's crazy because in those kind of moments, you probably look over and be like, "I think I raced Redman." The guy looked like Redman. And then you go to his Instagram, you're like, "Oh shit, I lost to Redman." I always thought that was cool.
We're all still riding a bit of a high.
I'm going to tell you this. I haven't felt the ground in over 16 hours.
Everybody here, I'm sure, has their own experience and story of what last night was. But that was the culmination of
If this is the last
2 years
time,
of radio.
Yeah, if this is the last time we talk about Felddog, this is the best send-off.
It's impossible that's going to be the
Well,
case.
of course, but I'm saying, like,
If it was.
if it were to be, this would be where it ends.
Look, Stairway to Heaven wasn't Led Zeppelin's last song.
No. But this will probably be the last show that we dedicate entirely, unless there's a third Today Show
Oh,
appearance.
bite your tongue.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I cannot make that promise.
As doctors in Felddog music, you're right. You can't predict it. It just keeps changing. And
He's going to do something else.
for those of you who don't know, Corey Feldman performed live at the Highline Ballroom in New York City last
Corey's
night
Angels.
with his Angels for his birthday. Jacob's already rattling around. He's going nuts. I mean, your blood's boiling.
Last night.
Dude, you were going crazy.
I love it.
We all met 16th and 9th as a group. And I'm not going to lie, there was nervousness in the group. We were nervous, and I was a little too stoned. I was very stoned, and walking in, I was like, I was the first one in, and I kind of didn't know what to expect. You know, people tweeted out.
Well, you weren't the first one in. When you looked to your left, did you see the white flag of friendship?
First off,
just
I just saw
standing alone.
I saw a glimmer from a mirror up in a distance, and I was like, who's that sniper? And I was like, Sal Volcano, already here early.
I was there, crackle.
Yeah. So Sal, but walking up the stairs, you know, you like walk and you do that turn or whatever, and there were people clearly in the Felldog Angel camp where I was like, are they going to see me? I had my glasses on, so I was like, I could be Clark Kent in these motherfuckers, and they don't know. But I was high and nervous.
Yeah, it was.
I was also nervous that people were going to fucking do some dickhead shit and scream out at Corey.
No, we had one fan who was a bit boisterous.
Yeah,
That's understating.
He was jacked to be there.
He was jacked.
He was super jacked to be there.
He was jacked and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was also jacked up.
Yeah. But we came in and there was a ton of campers, saw a bunch on the street.
Yeah. No, one came with a sign, but it was a very nice sign.
It said, go for it. It said, Felldog and the Angels, go for it. He was a camper.
I believe so. He gave us a little nod of something outside that I felt the vibe, or unless it was that communal vibe of kind of like Felldog, right?
That's positivity. That's
just
the
like
positivity
Felldog, yeah.
he's pushing.
Yeah. Hey, Felldog.
Yeah, he goes, you're not a hater, right? I go, no way. Not an H8.
We walk in, everyone sort of meets up inside, and what happens first is a young lady named Poisha, something like that.
Posha. We should wait for Christine to get back so she can run the clips.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and we'll find her.
Can I pepper the scene with how nervous DJ Lou was?
Oh fuck!
Why?
I spoke to DJ Lou maybe 4 times throughout the night, and every time he was just a jittery mess on high alert. He's like, I still feel something's going to go wrong. I don't know. I just hope.
So Lou, you felt.
What was your concern?
I just
you Jersey lunatic.
Somebody was going to mess up the show. Somebody was not going to know how to act. And my thing was, let's be a good audience. Like I was talking to a lot of campers and hanging out and having a great time. But we're like, shh, they're playing right now. The opening girl's there. Let's not fuck up the vibe. This ain't L.A. We're not fucking jerk offs.
Can I tell you something? That makes me feel a lot better because I was feeling the exact same thing, a nervousness to the point that even my girlfriend was like, why are you freaking out?
I saw you do a really nice, noble thing when you turned around and told the person who was very excited to keep it down a little bit.
Oh, because during the opener. Yeah. So the guy was screaming.
Oh, that was, I told Dan right after that. And later this week on the Lost tapes, I believe you'll hear me acknowledge this too. Dan's confrontational the right way. I think it's the right way. He said, I just eat that. I started just turning around enough that people don't think he's yelling full volume at me, asking me or talking to me. And Dan just leans in and goes, "Hey man, I keep it down. We got to keep it down a little bit." And I'm like, "That's ball. I don't know. I just don't have it in me." By the way, in my mind, I'm telling you again. I want to explain why I don't do that. It's because I feel like when I go, "Hey man, you got to like chill out a little bit, like calm down." You know what I mean? Stop talking so loud. There's a show going on. I'm in my mind. He's already going like, "Oh, excuse, all right, motherfucker, I'm sorry, am I bothering you?" And it's like, "No, you're not bothering me." And he goes, "Well, fuck you," and then we're in a fight now. And now it's like, "Oh, now." So in my mind, I go, do I want to fight this guy?"
But that's my
because I ask him politely to be quiet.
But
that's where I'm at in my head.
But I completely get that because anytime I'm in that kind of situation, I kind of try to have them have empathy for what I'm like. Because all I did was I was like, "Hey man, this girl's up there singing. Don't be too loud. Like she's by herself or whatever." And he was like, "Yeah, cool." And thank God. 95% of the time that is the reaction, but 5% you do get people who are like, "Why are you fucking telling me to do that?" And then it's just that you got to get that whole like, don't go there because I don't want to fucking go down that road with you.
Again, I want to express it's not even like if it was somebody who was a third of my size, and I physically have no even it's not about a physical fear.
You just don't want them to be mad.
I just don't want to be like, I don't want to be like, do I have to get into a fight over this dumb thing I'm about to ask? Every time if someone in a movie theater is being crazy loud, I'm like,
it's rough.
Here we go. I'm like, I'm gonna turn around and say something, and in my mind, I'm like 90% I'm gonna be in a fist fight when I do this.
I'll tell you why in the movie theater it's different, right? This guy yesterday just wasn't aware of his own volume.
Yeah.
A person in the movie theater, they know what the fuck they're doing. They don't care. But the person in the movie theater...
also, you got to think, this guy's been drinking. It's an excitable event. We were all very excited. Lou and I were nervous.
How do you not realize that you're the only one making a wildly loud scene?
There's some people that are... Louis J. Gomez is like that. Louis, when I told this story...
There are some people that are like Louis J. Gomez.
But there are other people, but Louis is a comedian and he's got more self-awareness that you can call him out and even make fun of him for it, and Louis accepts it and is like, I am kind of an animal. But like, when we saw Arrival, we got so high and we were late, and then Louis was like, go grab our seats, I'm gonna get food. And it's a very quiet movie for the first 30 minutes. It's like airlocks and people walking around. There's not a lot of action in Arrival. Right. And Louis just sits down and is like, I'm just eating nachos. And he's like, who's this chick? What's going on? And you're like, Louis, shut up.
Did anything arrive yet? Did I miss the arrival?
Is it the first arrival or the last arrival? Where's the arrival board? At the airport. But I think there's just those people who don't really realize how they're coming off loud. And I think that guy, that's why when I said that, he was like, oh shit, cool, all right. And then, throughout the night got drunker and was like, rah! And
yeah, he was raging.
He was excited.
He was having a great time.
But the opener...
Sweet guy.
Very sweet.
I'm a happy camper.
Yeah. But the opener, can you go back to the opener? So we have the video at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. And if you follow us on Instagram, you saw the whole story, the Instagram story. It's up there, but we're also putting it up on YouTube, and we'll tweet it out from the Bonfire.
We'll send it out. We're going to let it live on the Snapchat and Instagram stories for a little bit, and then we'll figure out getting this out for everyone.
Okay, cool. So this is the opener, which was, what was her name?
Posha.
Yes.
She was, by the way, very talented.
Wow. Some voice.
Tisha.
Some voice.
Some set of chops.
And I don't want to,
She did a weird thing where she did some little opera kind of weird thing that popped in the middle of that. I didn't know if I bought into that so much.
I was fighting off a dump at that point. I had to take a shit and I was fighting it off.
So is she. So is she.
Yeah,
and I hate to throw Sal under the bus, but he did say something that did make me agree. Bit of one trick pony. It was all angry attitude ballads.
Love it though. I'll tell you this though, she does. It's like
she nailed him. She's great.
It's like a pitcher that has one pitch. She had some heat. She threw heat at that.
Yes, and she was amazing voice.
Amazing voice.
I agree. My angle was if she's warming everyone up, she's keeping us at this very somber. In this very somber area.
But my response to that is that a smart thing to do? You want to save all the juice for a longer than normal Feldog show, which we found out.
Well, during Poisha.
Yeah. So during Poisha.
I don't think that's her name.
4 guys. Oh, is this do you have a clip of her?
Yep.
Here it is. So you can kind of tell from that, the audio's not that great, but you can kind of tell from that she was playing the guitar, an acoustic guitar, singing songs about
super talented.
Anybody with a dick is an asshole. No, it was one of those I hate my ex-boyfriend songs, which was great. During the performance, 4 guys with suits walk up. We're all kind of Omi and Diana had a great booth, and they were going after it. And then behind that at the bar was Sal when I walked in, and then we were all kind of conjoined between those 2 areas. And then 4 guys in suits walk up to you.
Oh, yeah. And they say hi.
It got serious. They shoulder blocked Dave Attell to get past.
By the way, Dave Attell showing up randomly during the opener, I was like, this is the greatest night ever.
Oh, I invited Attell.
I know, but I just love that. Like,
I didn't even know that was possibly happening. I kind of did that on purpose.
Oh, my God. If you didn't invite him and he showed up on his own, I would have fucking ran against the wall.
I would have just shit.
My favorite part was he bought Poisha merch.
He did.
Yeah.
He bought Poisha merch, to which case he bought a button, and then I went back to look because I was going to buy a Corey shirt, and I saw the Poisha shirts too. $35 a t-shirt for Poisha.
Attell bought every t-shirt too.
That's great.
He bought one of he bought one of every merch, yeah.
That's why he's the best.
He really is.
Because that's why he just goes in and he just buys a $35 opener shirt. But
he was hilarious during the whole thing.
Dude, he said one thing, not to spoil anything that happened, but he was playing and he goes, that angel must have upset her. I hope Corey doesn't kick her out the house. Sorry, heaven.
I was so impressed with the opener, and until I was like, it's all very Silver Lake. They all sound like that out there.
He's so great. So he just walked in and you didn't tell me he was coming. Or someone mentioned that he might, but then I saw him walk in and I was like, oh shit, David Tell! Which obviously I knew that you invited him. But then 4 guys in suits, which back to Lou and I's nervousness, I'm high enough that I see those 4 guys snaking towards our group pretty fast. I'm like, oh, fuck, gigs up.
See, I never thought... It's the jig is up, I think, also.
Yeah.
The gig's up.
I like my own version.
Gigs up!
Gigs up, we're done.
The show's over?
No, the jig. The gig.
For whatever reason, I never... Once we were in... And I did have a little... Walking in, I didn't have any nervousness, but I thought it was weird. I just felt like I got once-overed by the guy taking the ticket for some reason. That was probably totally in my head. Beyond that, I never thought... When those people were walking up, nothing about me thought... Because by the time I saw them, too, it was like the back of a guy's head who goes like, I'm Corey's manager, big fan, but
So that's who walked up to Sal.
Yeah.
It was security and management.
Okay.
And they said they were fans. And they'd love for me to come backstage after. It was Corey's birthday.
Yeah.
Have a piece of cake, hang out, meet Corey, stay for the after party. They then handed me a laminate, which had 3 golden letters on it.
Oh my God. V-I-P.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the closest you can get to heaven without being an angel.
That's right.
True that.
There it is. We'll tweet. Oh my God. Well, we'll get to that. Don't tweet that out yet. But
I was taken aback.
I mean, were you a little?
I was. I didn't expect anyone to know me, and I didn't expect that offer.
But then he lays a piece of information on you that's very important for the rest of the group.
Yes.
What did he tell you?
Who one of them is?
Or who one of them is, but
No.
what Corey was going to do that night.
Oh, yes.
Because it's the way it was brought to you that it was his birthday.
His birthday, it's New York. Corey's going hard. And he brings with him a set list of 30 songs and a 3-hour playtime. That's excluding the opener who played for about an hour.
Which
like 45.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite Sal statements of all time, where he goes, "Can you believe this guy's trying to be Springsteen?" And he even goes, "The band." He said the manager said the band doesn't like it.
No, the manager said that. I go 3 hours. That's like Springsteen.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. Someone in the band was like, what are we, Springsteen?
Oh, that's hilarious. Even then he goes, "Who's Springsteen?"
Who's that? Is he another Corey biter?
No, I bet he's just a hater.
I said before that 3 hours when you were saying this, I started going through all the concert. I mean, Metallica does 2.5. Guns N' Roses 2.5. I mean, Guns N' Roses.
You go to see a band. If they break the 2-hour mark, you're like, I got my money's worth. That's unbelievable.
I'm good.
That's
Yeah,
unbelievable. 2 hours, because you see people stop at like an hour and 40.
I'll tell you
30
this.
songs. Saw Fleetwood Mac, 27 songs. 40 years of hits. 40 years of hits. So I like that we're not even at the intro of Corey Feldman. I mean, that was maybe one of my favorite parts of the whole thing.
He then says that Corey's playing an average of 5 or 6 shows a week and does about 2.5 hours almost every single time.
Well, I don't mean to cut you at the knees, but Corey did shoehorn in that with some sweet mic work that we saw between songs.
Oh, I love the way he actually presented Corey Feldman. I'm jumping ahead a touch. Is that he goes, after his first song or two, he goes, "You know, guys, it's been a long trip. You know, this tour has been a lot. It's the first world tour of the Corey." By the way, he said world tour.
By the way,
Pretty sure this thing's only staying in the States.
I just want to say by the way again, but also I don't want to cut you off because you're talking about near the end of the show.
No.
Because what he said near the end of the show, which we'll get to, was he goes, "We've been selling out all over the place, and this is going to be our first world tour."
Yeah.
That's what he said. He goes, "It looks like it's going to be our," he goes, "I want to share right now, exclusive news. This might be our first world tour," which there's like one bar in Ireland that's like, "Oh, you fucking remember that kid?"
I'll put him on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he follows a little bit of the fucking folk songs. But yeah, that was near the end of the night.
Well, what I'm pointing out though is maybe he said because on this tour we're doing up to 6 shows a night. He goes, and this is our 6th night this week. He goes, and it's a Sunday and it's my birthday, so we normally play about a 2-hour show a night. He goes, but because of all those things, tonight we're going to be playing 3 full hours up here. And I was like, oh my God.
You're right. All the things that he just said made it seem like he was going to go the opposite way.
No, that was his joke. I think that was purposefully done. I think he was trying to sell you. It's like, hey,
You're giving him awareness.
I am. I think he was saying that, I think he was saying those things like, hey, I'm about to tell you right now, because he said we normally do a 2-hour show. So tonight, because we're going to bail.
Sunday.
I think he was trying to give you the sell that's a little. But he basically said, I'm overworked. This is the end of a long thing. He goes, but tonight, we're going to go longer than normal, you fucking cunts.
Yeah, he goes, so plug your pee holes, because we're going 7 hours. That's right. I'm going to read the script to Lost Boys.
They call me the Dane Cook of self-important rock.
Self-important rock. So the management gives you the VIP. We're all very excited.
We're like school children.
But we're also doing that thing where we're going, I'm not staying for 3 hours. I'm not staying for 3
We
hours.
are saying that.
I mean, immediately. And Jay, all the credit goes to Jay. Jay goes, hey, we got to fucking stick this out.
Buckle down.
Buckle down. We can do this. I wasn't on board. I was like,
I didn't want to do it either. I didn't want to do 3 hours.
I flew in
from. I go, we're here, man. We can't, if we leave and God forbid anything happens, that someone breaks off in some way.
Yeah.
At all. Good or bad, whatever it is. Silly, ridiculous. You never live it down. We've talked about him so much. We owed him 3 hours.
And we owed the fans that came out to enjoy that with us. There was a lot where when Jay said that, I was like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's fucking tough it out.
Nice.
I had potential plans last night that I was like, at a point I was just like, nah, I canceled.
The only thing that disrupted my night was I didn't eat before because I wasn't planning on a 3-hour show. So I was like,
4-hour show.
4-hour show. Technically it was a 4-hour show, and I was like, oh, 8.
We were there from 8 till past midnight.
I was there another hour after that. Either.
Yeah. beautiful.
Yeah, and I had early work, but I also I can't look a gift Feldman in the mouth.
Sure,
a gift fell dog in the mouth. Well, we'll get. God, I can't wait to get to that. And I mean, we're already 25 minutes in, and we haven't even got to the fell dog. Possibly one of the greatest introduction videos. That shit had me hyped to the point where I wanted to dig Corey Haim up and give him a voodoo curse to bring him back.
I mean, I almost want to take our break and then come back and start.
Yeah, that makes more sense for us to take our break now, and then we can come back with Feldog and the Angels performing live last night at the Highline Ballroom. Hanging out for the whole show, honorary member of the Bonfire, Sal Volcano. We'll be right back.
It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
You can play it a million times, and it will entertain me a million times.
It's the perfect build-up.
Please loop back that up. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, that handsome sumbitch right there is Dan Soder.
Quit saying all those kissable things.
And next to him, of course, joining the unofficial fourth member of the Bonfire, Sal Volcano.
Yes, thank you.
You backed it up, Lou? You couldn't?
And got you to the favorite part?
Yeah, please. Yeah. I mean, it's so great.
Yeah.
Actually, if you could bring up the video.
Here it is, right here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, right there. There it is.
That was in the video, actually. If you can go back.
Yeah, there it is.
Look, Sal. Yeah.
Dude, by the way, Jay and I were pepping up Feldog songs with Hatfield Yaz last night. Yeah. So obviously we're recapping our experience at Corey Feldman and the Angels live at Highline Ballroom last night in New York City for his birthday. I'll tell you this.
June 16th, 1971.
We'll get into this real quick. We discussed it. He went shirtless a couple times for 46 years old.
Looks fantastic.
Great torso.
Body, fantastic.
Listen, we're not just going to be all shitting on him here. There's going to be a lot of compliments. This is a very entangled thing.
Oh, I think I have a lot of compliments.
I do too.
I think I have a lot of compliments.
So we'll get right to it. Obviously, to recap, Sal got approached by management. Gave him a VIP pass, invited him to the after party. Also let him know that there was going to be a 3-hour show. Feldog was going live.
A bit of an endeavor.
Yeah, a little bit of a self-indulgence, if you will. So then Feldog came out, the lights went off, and I will honestly say that opening music video was inspiring. It got me so pumped for the show, and it was hilarious. And not intentionally hilarious.
Not intentionally hilarious.
But hilarious for any of us that know kind of, because the nervousness, back to the nervousness that Lou and I were feeling, and I really dealt with this, I was like, are we just being fucking mean and showing up and being like, this guy sucks, this. But then you realize, and it kind of shed some light on this guy and my girlfriend who had no experience with this, I kind of tried to brush her up before the concert. She goes, oh, this dude is a raging egomaniac. Like, this is a raging, and Black Lou, you were new to kind of the whole thing. Did you feel that way walking in too?
That he was a raging egomaniac?
Yeah.
100%.
Like, from the beginning of the show, you're like, oh, this is crazy.
Just from the intro, the whole intro.
Well, that brings us to the intro video.
I'd like to do, before we watch this intro video, because the intro is something that's done by a lot of performers, is where there's a hype video before you come out.
You have it?
That gives your stats. Christine, can you actually see if you could find a whole hype video? I bet online.
I'll tell you a great one that I remember.
No, but I was going to say, bring up Kevin Hart's trailer for his thing. Bring up Dice Clay hype video.
Kendrick Lamar's for when we saw him at Bonnaroo. Kendrick Lamar had a hype video.
Yeah.
Where it was like Dre beats, and it was them going into Compton via a helicopter.
We do a hype video.
You guys do a hype? Yeah, the Jokers.
I don't mean a hype video.
Tenderloins Live.
I'm not talking about a hype video. A hype video I'm fine with. It's not. I'm talking about.
I should call ours an intro video. It's not.
No, but I'm fine with all those things. I'm talking about just a specific kind. which is the stats.
Like
a hype about like how badass.
Yeah, what you're about to
am.
see.
And so Kevin Hart's What Now, Christine, you got that? Bring that up, and then I know there's Dice has one too.
Oh, this is the trailer just for it.
No, but yeah, get past the little that whole part. Keep going. The biggest show of all time. It's Jesus Christ, that is hyped up. Yeah, stand-up's first mogul. It says at one point it's like 25 million, like in ticket sales.
Hypercharge. I mean, that's insane that he did a fucking football stadium.
Well, one of those are quotes. One of those are quotes by, most of those are quotes by magazines. And maybe this isn't even like the right, what's the special before this where it really gives his like...
The credits.
It goes, it's like $50 million in tickets sold.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like this one.
I don't think so.
This is the one that we saw the trailer when we were watching the movie. We were with Ari, remember? And he stood up and came over. Isn't that what you're thinking of?
Well, that's what's happening. This is this football stadium. Either way.
Yeah.
He sold that football stadiums all over the country, and it says something about that, too.
Yeah. So you're saying the stats before a video.
Well, do you have a Dice Clay hype video? Dice Clay had one, and even with him, where some people will laugh at Dice for whatever reason, like shit on him. Dice Clay, it's like sold out Madison Square Garden, like 12 shows in 4 minutes. Yeah. Sold out, like, whatever those crazy numbers. Like, and
Dan Soder apologizing to waitresses since he started headlining.
Yeah,
Dan Soder still doesn't have the balls to tell his management not to have condos on the road. Dan Soder definitely will do a meet and greet because he's got nothing else.
He's just going to go home and eat a hoagie.
Hundreds of dollars in tickets sold. Hours of PlayStation 4 played.
Well, that's... Were you able to find the entire Corey Feldman thing?
Days gripped by paranoia.
Multiple days.
Yeah, multiple days lost to depression and paranoia. Are you ready, DC Draft House, to watch 50 minutes of scrambled material because he's afraid you watch the Netflix special and thinks that you hate all the bits? You can't find the Dice
You can't find a Corey Feldman one, though?
Well, the Corey Feldman one is...
It's got to be out there on the internet. Like someone...
No.
Corey Feldman intro?
I whispered to my girlfriend halfway through the show, I go, one call to a pirate, copyright lawyer, and this whole show gets shut down. All the videos that he shows.
Oh, my God.
You could be like, Universal Pictures, do you know who's playing clips of your movie Lost Boys?
First of all, every video is like...
There's no way copyright's out on that.
Forget the copyright. It's like bad copies of the videos.
You hear him dirty.
And even like a music video he played in the background. I had like the Friday Night Videos like stamp on it.
Dude, that's great.
His own movies are... Now look, like Rob Zombie uses like old footage from movies in his thing. But like he makes them look like... do you know what I mean? Like he does stuff to them. Like they're remastered or retouched or whatever to like...
So let's try to find, Christine, you have just that little clip that made us laugh. So he plays an intro video.
I remember my favorite stat.
Okay, because the intro video is...
But like there was no announcer for the video, right?
No.
It started playing a scene from one of his movies.
Lost Boys, I think. No, it wasn't.
No.
It was...
Or just, no, it was just like a trail of like interviews with him and stuff like that. It was little pieces of movies.
But that's exactly what it was, where it was like, Corey Feldman on the Today Show, and then in between it was like, top box office hit star for 25 years. What were some of the stats? There was also misspelling that my girlfriend caught. She goes, that was misspelled. She goes,
what was it?
Improper grammar. That's what it was. She goes, they used Y-O-U-R as opposed to Y-O-U-R-E.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
One said has performed for thousands and thousands of people.
This is bad quality, but it...
I just want what it says.
Oh, man, they have it! Someone put it up on YouTube. Hit play. Let's see. So it's clips.
You start to believe the hype, though.
Yes.
That's the weird thing.
I mean, it got me excited.
It says, as a musician, artist, writer, producer. That's a lot.
I mean...
Come on, go on, motherfucker.
What idiot didn't tape the screen?
I don't know, but they got smoke at their show. We didn't get smoke at our shows since he was 5 years old.
Performing on stage since he was 5 years old.
He's appeared in countless music videos.
With artists including...
Then they just name
Katy Perry.
They just name 100 artists.
Yeah.
And then he shows the video.
Yeah, but you guys are being great announcers right now. Like, couldn't they put fucking Shadow Stevens on this thing? Like,
Michael Jackson.
Saying it.
Yeah, but it's the weird. It's like
bragging about himself in words.
Mac Miller and Moby.
It's name dropping, which becomes a theme of the show.
And Newfound Glory.
That's my favorite.
I probably would have left that one off the list. I'd be like, guys, I think we could scrap the Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory.
They threw up Fred Durst, Skrillex too.
Yes.
Also, Skrillex was that time that he got called on stage by accident.
The hype video goes on and on. It's great.
I mean, it is.
Now here's him performing. He shows a video of him performing on today's show.
I mean, I felt like I couldn't wait for him after this watch.
Oh no, it worked. I got hyped.
It succeeds.
Yeah, I mean, we can make criticisms of the video, but it does work. You get hyped to see. Oh, his project, Corey's Angels, has had a surge of love and support from his peers in the industry. What a fucking bananas thing to put on an intro video.
Slow that down and do that one again, because
goes,
I don't know if people are going to get what this is about to be a list of.
He goes, his project, Corey's Angels, has had a surge of love and support from his peers in the industry, including...
Up to and including.
So this is just...
Miley Cyrus, Kesha, Pink, and even Paris Jackson. He has been recognized and has worked with some of the world's biggest acts of our time.
Pause it. Even Paris Jackson said good stuff. Like in his mind, he's like, the daughter of the man everyone says I'm stealing from is saying I'm killing it.
Yeah.
Right. It's also just a list of people, and I'm pretty sure it was public. Like some of them tweeted support because when he got the backlash,
yeah, because he was crying on a video.
Right. But like he's naming everyone who.
And I think what you're bringing up right now is one of the reasons why I realized last night that the jokes we make about him is okay, because there is an awareness, but he bends it to be, it's like a cocky awareness. Like he takes that, them being like, hey man, you're just out there doing your music, and most people will be like, thanks a lot, that means it, but he goes, see, they dig what I do. So he takes it and he uses it for himself, and that's when you're like, you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead
this
for doing
guy
that.
recognizes genius.
And this guy gets it. Stephanie Falcone says, if you guys don't create a at the Bonfire SXM hype video for your live shows, I don't know why we're here anymore.
She's right.
She is 1,000% right. And by the way, we should just list the people that we've been near in proximity.
Oh my God, the game.
Oh, the game. Rob Thomas.
Well, the last title
We've been
card.
turned down for interviews by the following: Lily Tomlin,
Judith Light,
Corey Feldman,
and the Angels,
Mac Miller, and Moby.
full circle.
Stephanie Falcone, you just made a wonderful point and gave Jacob a very hard job to do now.
Yeah.
Your hype
You got a week
video.
and a half.
Yeah.
Your hype video should be all stats against played like Feldman stats in relation to you.
Yeah, exactly. And how terrible we are.
Completely unaware of our listenership.
Yeah. Watches too
We
many.
don't get the numbers.
Watches too many videos and doesn't explain what's happening in
Has
them.
blocked dozens of Bonfire.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 0 and 30 million listeners.
Yeah, perfect. Shit like that.
We only know how many people subscribe to Sirius XM. Somewhere between 0 and 30 million.
Little to no show prep.
The #1 and only talk show on Comedy Central Radio. Oh,
Man.
just we're dropping stats that we have to exaggerate.
Kind of
A
supported.
man who needs no stats before him, everyone. The legend, Ron Bennington, joins us.
Great to see you guys.
What's up,
Thanks
buddy?
for having me in.
Oh, no. Thanks for coming by after DePaulo's. I know what's
didn't think you would know about that.
Yeah, you got DePaulo stink all over you. I know Andy Fiore's smell when you walk in the room.
You know, he's all in there by himself, and he's like, do me a favor, stay. Would you please?
Who said that?
DePaulo.
DePaulo? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought he was doing a perfect DePaulo impression.
I got it.
Did he grab your wrist before he asked you that? He goes, please stay.
Please, yeah. It's like when you go to see your grandmother.
Yeah.
And she's at a fucking old folks home. She's like just holding on to you.
Yeah.
Why do you have to leave?
Yeah. He goes,
Mine's from the old country.
That was nice. I don't have that. My people are American.
Slipped your $5. Don't tell anybody I gave you this.
My people are American like Donald J. Trump and his family.
oh, yeah, very.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garth or something was the one that tweeted us. How do I choose between Live Bonfire and Ron Bennington on DePaulo?
Garth, you fucking squealer.
He called you a snitch, Garth.
You know, everybody does that in this business now. Like, if you mention anybody at all, someone tweets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At them, too. They really at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that wasn't the purpose of this. I was talking behind their back.
Yeah. I can't publicly talk behind someone's back.
Yeah. Those days are over.
Well, we were just publicly talking behind Corey Feldman's back because we went and saw him live last night at the Highline Ballroom with his band, The Angels.
Did
And
you?
Ron, you actually texted me that he was here today.
Here's
in
Corey
Sirius XM
and Gail
Studios.
together, and Gail,
Wow.
big fan of the Frog Brothers.
Yeah, of course. I mean, so are we. Oh, look at that. Oh, and he was all hatted up, too.
And
Sal, maybe you should. Oh, look at that. Jacob and Lou, too, got to meet Corey and two of the Angels. Was the one on the left not allowed to touch anybody?
Why are the Angels all like they just like came out of like rehab or something?
Yeah, or they're fighting, or they're flying fighter jets.
Hey, Maverick and Goose.
Yeah, they go.
It's Angel Goose and Angel Maverick.
That's what I call them when they wear their sunglasses.
now I understand he was very nice and positive to everybody. He said, "Stay positive."
Well, yeah, he has to keep saying that.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't remind the world to stay positive, he's going to hear a lot of negative.
Yeah, that keeps the wolves at the door. He doesn't. If he said like go negative, he'd be like, "Cool,
Right.
let's." Just
You know what? Just shoot from the hip. Give me what you got.
Tell me what you're honestly feeling. I can take it. Let me put on these sunglasses.
I feel like Corey's here right
Did he
now.
also
Very
play the
excited.
Penguin from the old Batman?
I'll tell you, this damn Batman's everywhere.
He takes his sunglasses off and his mascara's all running down his face.
Well,
No, I've been fine the entire time.
You know, we're all going to see each other in Montreal, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's new things. Well, our crossover audience that we have with you guys, they're calling themselves now Bonington fans. I wanted to let them know we're doing Comedy 101. And who's going to be here? The Dean of Comedy 101. Dan Soder's going to do one with
I like
us.
to think of myself more as the security guard of the high school.
You've done 101 now more than any other human being.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hype video stat if I ever heard one.
What is the most returned guest to Pennington's Comedy 101?
Comedy 101.
Also, the only one who's ever done it in 3 states.
Oh!
Well, wait, Canada's not a state. What is it?
It's international. I'm
Yeah,
the
it
first international judge
Return.
of Comedy 101.
He would drill down like that too. He would be like 4 101s in 3 states.
Yeah, and in 2 different countries.
Yeah, we're talking about the hype. Corey Feldman comes out to a hype video.
Sweet.
That lays his stats down, but the stats for what he's laying are unimpressive.
They're also stretches. They're all stretches.
Like 4 U.S. tours.
Yeah. One of the stats was, wait, bring it back a little bit so Ron could see what exactly it says. It says, after this. Because he said these people sign off. Okay, yeah, here it is. Right now, go back a little, because it's there. He has been recognized and has worked with some of the biggest acts of our time, including the guy from the Improv.
Bud Freeman.
That's great.
Snoop Dogg.
Fantastic.
Define has been recognized.
That's why I'm saying it. So Fred Durst.
Fred Durst needs to rehearse.
Ringo Starr. Huh? Corrupt.
And
From the Dog Pound. And many more. So anyways, this hype video, it actually works. If you're in the room.
Excited.
No, we all got pumped up. Everyone in here will be lying if they say they weren't pumped up.
I was pumped. I wanted him to come out.
Yeah.
And then I was so moved by the moment. You know, I don't think I laid eyes on him. For the very first second he came in, I looked at him, and then I just kind of drank in the room. And the reason he came out to a song, singing right away, and that song was Ascension Millennium, and immediately
Jacob lost his shit.
Jacob, fresh in his brand new Corey Feldman t-shirt, just goes, no fucking way.
Listen,
and then I've never seen more aggressively runs to the front of the room.
Listen, I've watched professional wrestling my entire life. I think I'm pretty good at knowing when something's a work. Jacob's reaction was 1,000% real because the second it hit, he goes, "No way!" and just fucking darted like a little pogo stick. He was just bouncing. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I told you, I love the song.
Yeah. And he just stayed bouncing the entire... To watch someone enjoy... Yeah, there it is.
Bouncing.
He's so happy.
He's just pogoing up and down.
Why were you surprised he played it?
Because it's his biggest hit. So it's
it's like shocker.
Yeah, it's coming out with Freebird. It's his Freebird.
Yeah, it is. It's opening with Hotel California.
There's one stat.
By the way, I've seen the Eagles do that. And I'll just say this, it was a major mistake.
Ron, you're not going to be here for the full show, but I'll catch you up. It was a major mistake for him, too.
I've always been impressed that every time I've seen Black Sabbath, they open War Pigs. Every time.
That's ballsy. Because I would say that is my favorite Black Sabbath. I'm not a big Black Sabbath fan.
If you sort of know Black Sabbath,
War Pigs is the best.
You know that one. Yeah. For sure, yeah. But they always open with it. Well, I guess what I'm saying is Corey Feldman is the Black Sabbath of celebrity rockers.
Yeah. Of celebrity self-indulgent rock.
There was a stat that didn't come up in this video. That was my favorite stat.
What was it?
Because I guess it's a fact more than a stat.
Okay.
It was 3 words. Original dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, if you've watched any of him dancing, you know that is very little original dance moves.
It's almost
if you were live in the 80s.
Yeah, it's like it's not original. It's Michael Jackson's dance moves. Like, verbatim is the wrong word, but like mirror image. Like he's doing the exact...
I just don't understand why that is something to be listed. Like... It's because it's like really like
several hairstyles.
Can one of ours say for our video? Can one of ours says talks with their mouths? Are you guys?
He's trying to believe his own lie.
Yeah, we're doing. So Ron,
never sucked a dick.
We've decided we're going to do a hype video for our live shows now.
You should.
Yeah.
With some stats though, his stats weren't good. It was like 7 studio albums, 100 sold.
Yeah.
It was like they were like that. It was like we said performed for thousands of people,
but all together,
yeah,
not at once.
Yeah, he goes
cumulative.
He goes thousands of ears, individual ears, total. That's a whole new number.
500 people, 1,000 ears.
Yeah, exactly. Hundreds of people, thousands.
Endless canal.
Yeah, it was some of those stats, original dance moves. I want to know which one used the improper grammar.
Well, anyway, Jacob hauls ass.
Yeah.
Up to the front. And then what's happening,
the place goes nuts.
I get distracted again. Again, I'm looking at Jacob. I'm running around. I want to make sure Attell's having a good time or laughing at it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then we noticed that, like, 4 women that were...
Well, let me just say, before you notice this, there's 2 big hoops in the middle of the ring, and I go, what is this, like a circus-themed thing? And it wasn't a circus-themed thing. It was an angel-themed thing, because that's where it leads to you.
There's 2, like, metal hoops hanging... like ethnic girl earrings from the rafters.
Yeah, Puerto Rican, I just caught you cheating on me earrings.
Yes.
Like your
door knockers.
Yeah.
Yes, and who starts jumping up on these and doing some aerial acrobatics are some for-hire angels. These aren't his pack that live in his house as, I believe, attic slaves.
Yeah.
These aren't them. These are hired guns. From Wisconsin, moderate to okay aerial acrobatic.
I'll tell you this:
chubby-ish.
A lot of labor involved.
I thought thought they were like the Highline Ballroom house
Dancers?
Right there.
dancers.
There they are.
Yeah, and it was just for that show.
Very possible.
The HBDs?
Yeah. HBDs. But it was one of those things where it's when Cirque du Soleil isn't good, it's real bad.
Yeah, and they were all from Wisconsin. It's cheeseheads.
Now, was this you guys that videotaped this?
Yeah.
Christine was jumping in there getting all kinds of angles.
Yeah.
She was like a Vice reporter.
Yeah, she was shooting it like a fucking, like it was a documentary she was going to release. It worked.
It is.
Yeah.
Is that Jacob right there, jumping up and down?
Yeah.
In his Corey Feldman tour shirt, by the way. Lou still thinks we're going to get kicked out. He believes they had a picture of us. They were not to let us in the building because we've made fun of this so much.
I was enjoying myself.
I was having a blast.
Everybody was, by the way. This was an awesome night.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Everyone was having a blast there.
The hype video worked, even
Look
though
at this.
It was very sluggish and laborious. Like, it was very...
What went to his, where he fucks up is, again, his ego gets in his own way, and where he fucks up majorly is that this show is slated to go for 3 hours. When you go into it with that, you're already kind of like, can I make 3 hours?
And then ladies,
Could I make that?
But also,
Doors were 7. Doors were 7. Show started at 8. He went on at 9.
yeah.
It's a 5-hour adventure. Ron, Corey Feldman, 5 hours.
No,
You check that, right?
I'm already leaving in an hour and a half of me arriving.
Yeah, so you're
And
gone.
a half hour before the show starts, I'm out.
So you just
I mean, I said this about JNR this Thursday. If they fucking pull that, we're
Yeah.
not coming out, I'll just fucking see you later.
yeah, because you're at the point in your life where you're like,
yeah.
fuck this, I've
Yeah,
seen it.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. I get it.
Well, the rings thing is like trying to add something where you just don't add that because that's just awkward. They look like moms who took a hoop class and were showing her husbands like, this is where I've been going on Mondays.
I don't want to be I want to sound like too superficial because I believe if all 4 of those girls wouldn't want to fuck me in a million years, but they were just like, they didn't look like aerial aerobic chicks. They look like women who come from a wealthy village in like Uzbekistan.
It was like offensive linemen trying to play wide receiver.
Yes, that's how it felt.
Gorgeous, and I was super jealous of their bodies, and I also thought that maybe I could do that too. Like in my head, I wanted to go try to swing from the
You could do the
circles.
next Bonfire show.
Yeah.
Next live Bonfire. That's our stunt. There's our stunt, Comedy Central. Christine does ring dancing.
But this is,
She'll hang an iron cross for 15 minutes.
this entire thing that you guys did was the old let's go pull a train on the special needs girl. And
Oh.
I've done that, but I got to be one of the first guys. I'm not fucking waiting around
I get it.
for hours into it.
Yeah. If you're there to watch
But
them.
if I'm first or second,
Yeah, because you're like, hey, it's new. You
Yeah.
don't know if this is wrong.
But no, and by the way, we made a very big deal. And actually, I got to say, our fans really did adhere to that for the most part, was like to not disrupt the show at all. Don't be a pain in the ass. Like, don't care. Everyone was pretty cool.
When Attell walked in, to quote him, he was like, oh, what, I come to a hatchet job?
Yeah. That's else that he goes, I keep going to a hatchet job. But, and it wasn't a hatchet job because I said I do. I have plenty of compliments. I have plenty of compliments to the show.
Listen,
We haven't gotten to them yet, but I got them.
we will because we're past the first song, Century Millennium, and then he goes into second song.
What was the second song?
Hey guys, real quick, just like if I went to this show, I can't do the whole thing. Yeah. So, thank you.
Song by song? You don't have it in
No,
you?
I don't.
You saw the
Ron, it's only
When
30 songs.
You're leaving after Hotel California?
Yes, just like I did the first time.
Yeah.
See you guys in Montreal.
I'll see you there.
up there.
I'll see you there.
I'm excited that you're doing one-on-one with us.
It'll be fun.
Ronnie B, love you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Guys.
See you, Ronnie.
The Ron Pennington has done hours of radio.
Hours and hours.
Has
On
talked.
up to 5 stations.
Has
Spoken so much.
had multiple people in his studio. Has
Up to 10 guests a year.
5,000 Fitbit steps.
has asked millions of questions.
Let's take a break and come back and we'll jump back in because
We gotta go
the
deep.
next song I knew from the set list is called Duh. But duh doesn't. It's double entendre.
It's an acronym.
Because the acronym means, Dan?
I didn't catch it, and I tried to.
Done under halo. Everything's cool if it's done under halo.
I am so angry that I didn't know that.
You didn't know that because there was plenty of graphics that said it.
Well, Jacob was standing with me.
Were you too busy watching Jacob shake his little tuss?
Yeah. Jacob was losing his goddamn mind.
There was dumb merch. Dumb merch.
Oh, done under Halo.
Oh, yeah. Done under Halo.
And Merch Angel is the one.
Yeah. All 5 of you can blow me as long as it's done under Halo.
Yeah.
It's not cheating.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to cough. Cooked over Bonfire. Damn, Cobb.
Ah, damn it. Hell, Reggie. We'll be right back.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
I mean, we're even recapping it off air. That's how much fun we had. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson, and with us is Sal Volcano. And we are going over the Corey Feldman and the Angels show. Big J is going to be performing at Just for Laughs Montreal Comedy Festival, July 19th through the 29th. That starts this Wednesday on The Nasty Show. And he's going to be hosting 5 What's Your Fucking Deal? I will be there. Sal, you doing one?
Yep.
Sal's doing one. So go get tickets at bigjcomedy.com. And then, of course, next Wednesday, July 26th, 2-year anniversary show. We're going international for this one. At Just for Laughs, we're going to be doing our 2-year anniversary show. We're going to be in the Soprano, however you want to say it. Tony Soprano Sea Room at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That's the Soprano Sea Room at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. It's a free show. If you're a fan of ours, you don't have to have a badge. You can just come to the show.
I'll be there.
Yeah. If you can make it to the show and you'd like tickets, just email us at thebonfiresxm@gmail.com. So, we'll be there.
And Dan Soder's new half-hour special as part of the stand-up series is available now on Netflix. Check it out. Absolutely hilarious.
Also, I'll be at the DC Draft House this Thursday through Saturday. So DanSoder.com for those tickets.
Real nice, Christine.
Guys, let's not do this. I don't need you guys feuding.
Real nice. Oh, guess what? Sal's probably got things going on too.
But
fuck him though, right? Fuck him running.
So back to the live Feldog show. He comes out guns a-blazing. Jax gets Lou and Jacob jacked with Ascension Millennium, then goes into his next song, Duh, which is an acronym that I wasn't able to catch.
That done under Halo.
Mm-hmm.
That means something to him.
Means something to you, too.
Oh, yeah. Everything's okay if it's done under Halo.
And then he disappeared.
Your mom can suck your dick if she has a halo on.
He goes, sorry, there's no such thing as incest if it's done under Halo.
Under Halo. Cool. He makes a lot of, puts a lot of allusions to like what weird things he has going on in his life. You know what I mean? Like when he said he started doing at one point, which I believe right around that time, a weird Borat impression we were talking about before?
So the Borat was by the time he did the third Angel solo, because after the first, he was talking to
I thought he did it way early in the show.
He did it to the keyboardist all the way
to our left.
To our left, where he walked over and he was like, something, and he goes, very nice, and you're like, no. We all started pushing each other.
I thought it was after she did the violin part.
That's what it was.
That was like in an early song.
Okay.
I'll also tell you why we're all confused about when things took place.
Oh, because time and space doesn't matter.
Time and space did not matter because
we were in a vacuum.
We had seen so much show. We had seen so much show. Oh, yeah. And I remember walking up to you, I leaned in and I went, 27 minutes.
Yeah.
That's true. He goes, can you believe we're only 27 minutes in? And I'd seen, you're right. He was sweating. There was confetti in the room. The Wisconsin Cheese Queens were on a break.
They go, hey, Corey, you didn't tell us it was going to be a damn marathon. I'm up there swinging my ass off.
How much can my chaunch take in this metal bar jammed up?
Also, these angel costumes are ill-fitting. I wasn't feeling safe up there.
They were ill-fitting. By the way, I'll agree with Christine. These girls bodies were they were like, good, like I'd be into fucking every one of them. But I'm just saying, like, for what there was, it's just weird. I thought you were going to say like hard bodies.
No, they're like softball bodies.
They were softball bodies, yeah.
They were like, I bet that girl could play catcher, probably first base on a real good softball team.
Everything
They also
seems
seemed very
late.
disinterested in what was going on.
Oh, I don't even think they knew what was going on because they were just kind of twirling. At one point, they hugged each other, which Jay and I started laughing at because they hugged each other up on the ring and were just spinning around.
Spinning in a hug.
It felt like the inner monologue was like, all right, let me do the next thing on the ring.
What do we do now? We do like the flying seven, we call it?
She goes, Josie, get down. I gotta do a scared cat. I'm gonna do it during this song. Now they paid for it. No, I gotta do it. All right, here we go. Animal.
That ring, if you caught it, went really high up some of their, in between their ass cracks.
Oh my God, their labia majoris were touching on both ends.
Yeah.
Like a fist. Their pussies were holding like a fist. It was literally...
They had baby hands.
Ass was,
puss lip touched on the bottom of the ring.
Yeah.
Like around where they were sitting.
Oh,
yeah.
that's weird. So
it was lodged up there.
Their onesies
hot dog in a bun.
Their onesies smelled like puss juice and metal.
Yeah, exactly. You had nickels.
Yeah. But they...
Do you have your period, or have you been fucking grinding your sniz into an iron bar?
Yeah. She goes, yeah.
Oh, that's one of our tricks.
Oh, sometimes we hide it in there. It's great. It's good. Oh, it's all good fun, though.
You know when, like, people on rollerblades used to grind rails? Well, that's what we're doing. We're using our puss to grind. That's called the puss grind.
Yeah, we're holiday fun here, you know? It's all fun.
It's all fun here. I don't know who this Corey Feldman is, but his check better clear. Or else I'll snap his goddamn neck.
So he makes a...
Yeah, they weren't doing that.
So he makes he starts doing that Borat impression. And again, the Borat impression alone... It's some sense of his disconnect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He might as well have done That's What She Said.
Yeah, swing.
Wild
and crazy guy.
But I would have liked that because it's nostalgic. You're like, I did some Steve Martin. That's
But if
fun.
he did that and said, like, he goes, you guys are probably too young to know us. He's like, hey, yes, make us. He was trying to make his funny. Yeah. He was trying to make his funny. He was trying to make his funny off of that.
He goes,
character.
You're playing that. Very nice.
It made the sexy time nice. It made me... Again, it was a roller coaster of emotions last night.
Dude.
I hated him when he did that.
Let's get to the part where after, I believe it was the second song, before he changed into his fucking zoot suit, his multicolorful zoot suit. But when he did, this was my favorite thing, and this kind of just shows you where he's at in his head, where he's like, we're going to do some special things, and some of the angels are going to do solos. And it was the first time he introduced an angel, and he goes, now, where are you from again? And she goes, shit, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. He goes,
I thought it was from Brooklyn. Anyways,
no, you're thinking one later. Later he goes, and you are from Brooklyn, right? And she's like, Buffalo. He's like, Buffalo. They live with him in his house.
I don't think those brunettes live with him. I think the blonde. I don't think everyone on this tour is
You
an
shut
actual
your
angel.
fucking whore's mouth, Christine.
They were
They
too
all live
talented.
there.
No, they were too good.
God damn,
I heard through the grapevine later on that he actually axed the guitarist and hired this new guitarist, and nobody knew.
Well,
and they were blown away that she shredded like that.
Well, so fast forward to
By the
later
way,
in the show.
by the way, hang on, Black Lou, when he said axed, he means fired, not asked the question.
Yeah. Lou goes, okay, so he asks his employees questions. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, I think you're going to work, you're going to want to know things. I mean, we only have 40 minutes. We have to get through another 2.5 hours of show, so we have to condense. Unlike Corey Feldman, we have to condense.
We also have a guest coming at 7.
Oh well, he better get ready to talk about Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
He knows.
Okay, good. Josh is hilarious, so I'm glad he knows. But we can clump all the angel solos together and talk about it right now because
I hope you remember the first thing right.
I don't, so you're gonna have to lead. But I just remember he was like, "We're gonna do something special and have some of the angels play."
Which we were all a little nervous about.
Yeah.
Because he defends them and he goes, one of the things I hated the most, he goes, you can say what you will about me, but people were saying on TV that the angels, are lip singing and they don't play instruments.
So for you saying that, that was the moment I was the most nervous because he goes, I go on the Today Show and a lot of people had negative things to say and I was we had 2 full episodes.
I hit behind somebody for that.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally like, okay, here it is. If he was going to be like, some radio shows are making fun of us. I was like, hey, I'll take it.
I hear those dick nuts are here.
Well, show yourself.
Get him, ring girls.
They go, I guess I'm supposed to take you over there. I don't know. Mr. Feldman paid me $20 to grab you.
You can't fight all 4 of us. We're coming at you like a hurricane of ass and knuckles.
I'm going to come at you with the softball strength. You better bail out.
But
I'll squat your ass like a dumbbell.
But then he took a different way and he goes, but what pisses me off is when don't bring the angels into it, which we did bring the angels into it, but in a very funny way. And even a camper said this to me because he goes, don't say they don't play their own instruments. We're like, oh, cool. Well, we said that. Now I felt completely off the hook. And then this camper walks up and he goes, you guys were bringing up the angels. And I go, yeah, but in they're runaway kind of way.
We said they're teen runaways that he traps in his house and doesn't let them call their family. Never said they didn't know how to play their instruments.
Never. Not once.
I said they were teen runaways, sex slaves, possibly abused by their fathers. Never one time questioned their musical talent.
Yeah. So he goes into the first solo.
But the taste he gives, before he goes into the first solo, gives a nod over to we found out again, his mangel, his wife, Courtney, that we all know as his mangel. There we go.
That's softball body.
That, the mangel.
Yeah.
He goes, I almost forgot everyone, DJ Courtney C or whatever. And he goes, hit it. And we're like, she's going to do like a little scratch mix thing. She plays a song for 3 seconds and then just goes like, and then just let it play like the same thing you would do when you were a kid and you first thought of maybe trying that on your parents' record player.
Yeah.
It was literally that. Like whatever song she started playing, she's like, it's like, baby, you're a fire, your work. Like it was like that. What the fuck?
Also,
Lou would start throwing mad shade to the stage after that. He was like, I bust her open and the DJ off.
But all my tricks.
Yeah, she was killing your tricks. But the best part was he introduced her like he forgot about her. Because he went like, oh, man.
He said, I forgot.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
I almost forgot.
I almost forgot my wife. Oh, God, I'm going to eat it for that one, huh, fellas? You know what I'm talking about.
But after...
Women, am I right, guys? Anyway.
I mean, guys, bitches. You can't live with 5 of them. You can't live without 5 of them.
Oh, women be shopping. You should see these 5. Like a pack of damn hyenas. Anyway.
Me and Sal were having so much fun watching the show yesterday, trying to find... When we knew he was going to go up and get a chance to meet him, like that offer was there, that we started figuring out compliments to say without having to say anything.
Without lying?
Without lying, and he goes, dude, let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of shows. And wow. Just wow.
You're like this. The arrangements.
He goes, oh my God, man. He goes, that show, all I can say is, that show was 3 hours.
I would have gone. I would have gone
3-hour show.
And what happened to those lasers? Didn't you guys say something about lasers? Because halfway through the show, he goes, we're supposed to have lasers on that. Is the laser machine broken? And you're like, this is why you're a dick. Also, does anyone remember?
Yes, the laser machine.
After the first song, he goes, blackout after every song. He just gave the lighting cue. Do you guys not remember that?
Yeah. Oh, I thought, you know what? I thought he said bark out. Like telling us to yell things. And I was nervous because I was like, oh shit, our fans are going to say things they're not going to like.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's why I thought he said bark out. He said black after every song.
Yeah, he was yelling at the lighting guy.
Attell pointed out, or was it you, Sal, that he really stayed out of the light, by the way, himself. Attell pointed out, I kept saying, like, it's weird. Like, he doesn't want the light on him. Like, he wants to be obviously the star of the show, but he doesn't want you to see.
Well, that's why he gives the solos to the angels.
Let me tell you something. That was a show.
Yeah. That was indeed a show.
And he goes like this.
You put on a show tonight.
God bless. He does this. Thank you. I took a lot. He did? Oh, God. Of course he did.
He did say, took a lot. He goes, just so you know, bring this entire production from city to city every night and setting up where we have such limited times. Like, I don't think there's that much. You don't even have like a fucking bubble machine.
Yeah.
It is the house lights and balloons. And then you got to get 4 chubs to hang on a fucking hula hoop.
Stupid Christmas tree lights that everybody has around them.
Oh, yeah.
No, there was confetti gun.
Oh, the confetti gun was great.
There was confetti.
Which I retweeted, and Christina retweeted from at the Bonfire SXM. One of our fans, I think it was Daniel Plainview again, put a Scarface dialogue,
which
to
is
the
fantastic,
tweet, and it's so goddamn funny.
Can I say what I liked almost as much as the songs were the 2-minute front cells?
Okay, so we got to let's get through the Angel solos first, and then we'll get to the in between song banter to try to kind of wrap this up in a place where Sal can tell us what happened.
Well, yes, and with the Angel solos, by the way, almost all of them pretty talented in their own way.
Yeah.
Even the one who I thought wasn't very musically talented, it seemed, did fucking Zombie by the Cranberries, and that just rocked.
And it was interesting to watch the Angels light up when Corey left. He would leave the stage, and they would get
spread their wings.
They would fly. They would just take off towards the sky, sweet angels.
We also never talked about the fact that his symbol for the Corey's Angels is clearly a dick with wings.
Yeah.
The bottom is balls.
No, it's the butt.
Huh?
It's her butt. Somebody else said, doesn't that look like balls? And it's a girl's butt.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a girl. It's an angel sitting with her wings from behind, and you see her boobs and her butt.
Well, he needs to say that it looks like a fucking dick with wings.
It does look like a dick with wings.
Duh.
Done under Halo.
Do you want to hear one of these solos?
Sure.
Well, hang on, before you play it for 1 second, I want to say they were all, the guitarist chick was one of them. It was super impressive.
So that's why it makes sense that it brought up the girl that he fired, because he was throwing shade on every girl that ever played guitar in the Angels.
I would never have anyone do these solos unless I knew that they could, and I finally found someone who could. No one could before this.
And then he said,
which is fucking bonkers about that is because the song required almost nothing. You couldn't find a dude to play this?
And what's crazier
for years?
Well, it's funnier. I mean, it has to be an angel.
I've been around the world, and I can't find somebody to play my complex composures.
He goes, I watched a guy. I watched some of the best musicians Berkeley's ever released have brain aneurysms because they couldn't understand my entangled writing. But
he goes, I've never seen letters and numbers in music before. He goes, that's how my mind operates.
I don't see colors. I see all ones and zeros like Neo in the Matrix.
I see in binary.
My girlfriend was the most offended when he goes, I found the only girl guitarist who can do Eddie Van Halen's Eruption. My girlfriend goes, oh, this sexist asshole. And she's not like SJW all the way to the left. But she's
most girls can't do it with their little fragile faggy fingers.
Yeah.
This fucking moose hoof over here is able to lay it down.
And she doesn't even look like a bull dyke, but she can play like a man.
Oh my God.
Close your eyes and tell me this isn't a bull dyke.
Fist like a colored boxer from the 50s.
Thank God she's not a lesbian or she'd kill someone with her fingers. I bet she can't even put on her own tampons without damn near killing herself.
Keep it going for Fist of Stone, Angel Jackie.
Yeah.
She's like an ambidextrous Carlton's fist.
Yeah.
Now, that girl that played the guitar, she did do some pretty simple licks at first, but then she uncorked.
Yeah, dude, she was good.
She knew what she was doing. She saved it.
She did. She was pretty sick, actually. I was like, all the girls were good, except then he goes, I'm going to do another song for one of the movies here.
We didn't even get to his covers.
So we got to get to the covers after the commercial break, because the covers are what's most important, and it also involves the Angels. But to stay on point with the Angels, and probably one of my favorite things is, the only time that all of us collectively laughed together was where he goes, I'm going to do a song from now, the theme of the show was he's going to take you through his whole career. So he got to Goonies, and he goes, I'm going to take you guys, we're going to play Goonies, but even I know I can't sing Cyndi Lauper. So I'm going to have it was his angel, his wife, come up and sing it. In the first 5 bars of it, I had to grab my water bottle and put it over my mouth because I didn't want to be like, bah!
She's the only one in the band. She's not talented at all.
I mean,
his wife is the only one who didn't.
If you watched her perform,
the only one who didn't nail it.
That was, did she do Stand By Me too?
No. They all sort of did.
Yeah, they did. They all took different verses. But that was, I felt that was a tough one. Cause when you can't, when a laugh just gets kind of shot out of you, that was one of those moments where I was like, oh, God.
Oh, and then also when he reemerges on the drums.
Reemerges is the funniest word for it. It's so perfect.
Yeah, he's
reemerges.
Yeah, he's
from the anals of the.
Yeah. I was just under the stage getting oxygen.
He's got the e-cig hanging out of his mouth, and he's playing the most simple nothingness drums, but with the thing of like, it's like, oh, you guys want me to hop on the skins real quick? I'll take care of this for you. At the end, he just hits the drums 4 times. And he just goes gunk, 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 gunk.
He did,
and then like he did the monkey shines, and then he just smashes the cymbals.
Dude, but he's
like, yay! He should have dropped the thing and go, yay!
The only way I can describe the drum playing was little kid, look at me, look at me, look at me, and then you look away and he goes, I'm still here. You know when you talk and you hit the drums? I'm still here. Look at me.
It was reminiscent of me when Isabella was a baby.
Yeah.
This is actually such a memory she has. She always keeps that I love. When she's not a baby, but she was like, the ages of, we'll say like 6, something like that, so like 6, 7 years old. She had this little like drum kit we got her. It's like a little electric, play school thing. And it barely worked, but we only had one song we played together, and it was just hitting the drum, and we'd just say someone's name, their full name, and then just yell the words "in your butthole" while we smash the cymbals. And that's what Corey Feldman's playing remind me of, the "in your butt." I mean, we literally would go, Dan Soder, in your butthole. That's what that reminded me of.
I love that.
Playing.
That's one of your daughter's first memories. Is hilarious.
She says the in your butthole song.
She goes, yeah, I remember In Your Butthole.
You say, yeah, that's what she says.
Mine was like,
you say someone's name and then just scream in your butthole.
In your butthole.
It catches, right?
Hilarious.
Her name fits in it better. You go, Isabella Oakerson. In your butthole.
That is great. See, if
that's how he plays drums, though, like the "In Your Butthole" song.
I'm glad we're remembering all these different things, because the drum thing was offensive to the point where I was like, it seemed like he ruined the end of her doing Stand By Me by drumming aggressively.
Aggressively shitty.
Yeah, aggressively
Jacob,
shitty.
you play the skins a little bit. You don't hop on the sticks.
Yeah.
The drumming was ridiculous.
It was terrible. Come on. It was it was rudimentary. You could do that in a day, and that's being kind. Yeah.
Well, also, I love that for the Angel solos, he would kind of tell you, like, he over-explained, which we'll get to after the break, but he over-explained too many things. One of the things that he over-explained was the Angel's instrument skills, where he'd be like, we taught her how to play the bass to come on the road. And you're like, oh, so she just learned how to play this instrument.
We really wanted her to focus on something as she was trying to kick meth.
Yeah. She said that her blood stopped itching when she got some tasty bass grooves.
Her own blood stopped feeling itchy.
So that gets us to the end of the Angel stuff, right?
I think I'm trying to think anything else.
I mean, we could go on for 6 hours.
Yeah, his wife sang terribly. The guitarist was pretty great. They're all relatively talented.
They're talented musicians.
The drummer was like see-through bra, like you could see her nipples. The one all the way to the right.
The wife.
Oh, okay.
The wife, you could see her nips. Yeah.
Yeah, and the drummer was good, and she seemed genuinely annoyed several times during the show.
That's why I think those 2 brunettes are like actual musicians that are going tour with them.
So I heard that the guitarist was from School of Rock. Like, she played on the Broadway show School of Rock.
Oh, yeah? Is that her?
I don't know.
No, she teaches at the LA School of Rock.
Oh, God damn it.
Well, yeah, he said one of them was a music professor.
Yeah. No, he said that about the girl with the violin, the one who played Cranberries.
No, yeah.
That girl, though, might be a girl from School of Rock. I wonder if she's the actress from the movie School of Rock who played.
No, he said she teaches.
I misheard that. That's probably what it is.
But it wasn't about the guitar player.
It was probably the violin.
Yeah. The guitar player was fucking unbelievable when she ended up finally doing her thing. I mean, that's why I said it was so funny being a girl in the situation. It was really like, holy shit, man, that chick, listen to that. That's her. Like, this chick fucking shreds. Like, man, That was righteous. Now throw on this fucking garter belt, you slut, and get out there and wag your snatch for my 15 fans.
Yeah, dude, that really is. He's like, hey, you're a genius. Now put on this halo made of fucking art supplies I got from Michael's.
That's great. Now, would you mind doing Pilates with my girlfriends while I masturbate behind you?
Hey, can you make my wife feel like she has remotely any talent?
You better clap for my wife when she sings her shitty Cyndi Lauper song.
Listen, halfway through the tour, we'll need to do another Michaels run.
Yeah. If you're, let me know if you lose feathers on your halo.
Hey, Angel Dipshit, get me an entire bag full of tiny mirrors. I'm making pants.
God damn it, where's the Elmers?
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to help me add to my video? What's another cool stat? Played countless hours.
Arts and crafts.
Original arts and crafts.
I made the wings and the halos.
Has an entire closet full of buckled jackets.
We're going to come back with our guest Josh Johnson, right? I said that right.
Hobbies include dressing like a vampire.
Yeah, we got much, we're going to close the show out. Obviously, this is going to be, it might even bleed over tomorrow.
We only have 20 more minutes. It might bleed over tomorrow.
And of course we want to talk about R. Kelly, but we have to bridge from Corey Feldman to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we got to get to. But we'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Yeah, that's it. What's up with the youth? Corey Feldman, everybody. It's the Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, Dan Soder, of course, sitting with us, Sal Volcano, and also now joining us in the studio, his new Comedy Central Records album, I Like You, is going to be available July 28th and is available for pre-order right now on iTunes. It's the hilarious Josh Johnson, everybody. Josh, woo, thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me.
You came in on a young black man. You came in on a weird day for us going through what we're going through, which is Corey Feldman.
We're making fun of an old white man doing Michael Jackson moves live.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little context. He has a band called The Angels, which are women that live in his house. And it's kind of the R. Kelly story broke earlier today that he has a cult, a sex cult, that there's 3 members of his team. We're going to get to that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because obviously the jump is from Feld Dog's Angels to R. Kelly's sex cult. It's kind of a similar thing.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I think I would trust an R. Kelly sex cult show more. If you're just like, hey, R. Kelly and his sex cult's performing live, I'd be like, probably gonna be a pretty goddamn good show.
You think R. Kelly still got it?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I think
If he wanted to do it, he could do it.
I think if he,
with his sex cult?
I feel like they're just all teaching him how to read.
Yeah, that's all those women are doing? They go sound it out, R.
There's really no sex. It's just so embarrassing to learn to read from all these young women that he just made up a story about a cult.
Yeah, I fucked them all, and it's a cult.
Yeah.
I'm into weird stuff.
Black Lou, which we haven't even pointed out yet. First to tap.
Gone.
First to tap out.
Lou, how quick did you leave?
I think I left into Corey's 3rd or 4th song.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie.
That was it.
Yeah.
At that point, I was still leery if I was going to make the whole 3-hour show. We found out the show was going to be 3 hours. That's a lot to sit through of a guy.
3 hours of just Corey Feldman.
Just
plus
Corey Feldman.
The hour of
45
opener,
minutes of the opener.
And an hour almost of waiting for her.
So when you tapped out, I was still in that space of like, I kind of had to poop. I wanted to eat. Am I going to make this 3-hour show? So Lou, too, and his wife were like, we're gone. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, here's the thing. You had to buy into it.
Yeah.
You had to go.
But I was on
It's the same thing what I've said. I never understood when people would be like, oh yeah, no, a decent amount of people stayed when Chappelle did 7 hours at the Cellar one night or something. I go, why would you stay for 7? It's definitely not 7 hours of entertaining.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be a lot of down in there. And people go, well, after a while they just believe they start to understand they're part of something. You're part of this thing that's happening, and it's going to be a story to tell one day.
To give Corey credit.
I think Corey Feldman, we're there the night Corey Feldman said he was going to do 3 hours, did about 2:15.
Also,
he did not do 3 hours. He himself got tired and removed several songs from the playlist. 4 songs from the playlist.
Angry Baby is behind you in the studio behind you.
Is he really? Puppy Monkey Baby?
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Puppy Monkey Baby. We have a problem with the soundboard. Puppy Monkey Baby.
The guy hates us. He hates us so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the bald head in there does not like
when
him.
he comes in.
He came in to fix something today. I had my feet up on the chair.
There's just lots of bald people.
There's a lot of bald people.
Yeah.
Did you notice that when he came over, he was reaching over my legs to like fix something? And I go, I'll move my legs, man. I'll move my legs. And then he just kept leaning over. So to move my legs, I had to like turn weird and like, I was like,
you could hear
if you back up,
You could hear it on the Lost Tapes Bonfire episode this Thursday, obviously at 6 p.m.
Oh, was it on air that I did
Yeah.
that?
Fucking
really
A, it was on
awkward.
air.
That is awkward as shit.
So back to Corey Feldman. So he has his Angels perform all these different songs. That's where we just ended, where he has them do solos. But all of us were noticing that when Corey Feldman left the stage, the Angels lit up and started getting into it. They did Cranberry Zombie, which was an awesome song that everyone went nuts for. Yeah.
They did a couple of bangers everybody sang along to. What else did they
That's
did?
so sad.
What? Oh, yeah.
That they lit up when he left. Can you imagine, like, being the Michael Scott of your own band?
What a great analogy.
Like, as soon as he leaves, everyone's like, oh, he's gone, and we can finally, like, we have some leg room.
They live with him.
Oh,
it's
then
more
it is
like
the same thing as the R. Kelly thing.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just teaching them how to sing.
Or no, it's more like, remember that Ariel, what was the guy's name?
In Cleveland? With the McDonald's?
The Cleveland guy who kept the girls captive. It's kind of like they react like, even though they know their life is in this captivity, when he would go to work every day, they knew they had a few hours. They could watch TV, they put on makeup, they try to do this. So it's like, they light up. Like when he's not there and they really come alive. Oh my God.
And there it is. Corey's Angels is a talent management entertainment company. We help empower women to be the best they can be. Corey's Angels. The agreement is based on, but not limited to, the following provisions. Angels must be beautiful, inside and out. That's hilarious. This like 9-5 comes up. She goes, I am a real hunk of garbage on the inside. He goes, I think I can look past it. Can you wail on a bass? I want to start covering Primus.
I hope you're a 10 on the inside.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. You better be a ray of personality. Angels must discover and nurture a talent. Dude, that is great. This is Rebecca. She's into basket weaving.
I'm nurturing that. The next one is where it starts getting off the rail. The Angels must work out to maintain their weight.
Okay.
They must adhere to a meat-free diet.
A little weirder.
Must not drink alcohol. Now, which is odd because he is on stage. I believe. If not, he's definitely presenting like he is drinking alcohol. I don't know if he is.
Well.
But he's drinking like now.
He's definitely doing cocaine.
Nah.
Who? Corey Feldman?
I think he's just on pure ego.
Do it 3 hours, man. 3 hours.
I need the biggest bag of blow you can get in this goddamn town, and I needed it an hour ago.
Now
I'm going to do 3 hours.
I like this. Keep the home and office clean. Angels must be coachable and teachable. That's an uncomfortable thing to say about chicks.
He leaves the studio and he goes,
I can't work with her. She's unteachable.
So if you ever try to teach a girl how to play Madden, though, I understand. I would describe Christine as not angel material. She is uncoachable and unteachable.
Oh, yeah.
It is weird to say.
I do not maintain my weight.
No, the coachable and teachable.
Yeah.
It's weird to say you're empowering women and 2 bullet points later, you must be a coachable, teachable woman.
Yeah.
He goes, I want women who are individuals, but also moldable.
I want you firm, yet malleable.
Yeah, what are you not picking up? I want you to know the classics and the currents. 80s, 90s, and now.
Today.
I need you to lie to me about a lot of things about me, but I need you to be honest otherwise.
What if he had that would have been great if this run sheet of the qualifications for Corey's Angels was honest with what Corey actually wanted. He goes,
down for sex on a random Tuesday when my mangel's gone.
He goes, need you to
Must be into aerial work.
Tell me that I'm awesome at drumming.
Look, you bring up the pictures of the Wisconsin Cheese Queen Angels. I want to get
so he had women
Josh's opinion.
Josh, he had women on rings that were doing like shitty Cirque du Soleil stuff, but they weren't angels. They were like flown in from Wisconsin.
To be fair, though, if you don't fall, is it bad? I feel like it's all good if you can just hang on to the ring. I'd watch somebody just hang on the ring. Like
just sit on the ring? That's
just one hand.
I couldn't do what they were doing, I don't think.
Hold on. Wait for it. There they are.
Oh, man. Okay, so this looks exactly... I was in New Orleans a couple years ago and was physically pulled into a strip club because this one was like, come see the show. Like, she was just trying to bark people in, but then me and my friend were little, so she just grabbed us. And sure enough, the person on stage looked like she had just eaten and was very exhausted. And that's exactly what I just saw now. It's just two people on a ring that their stomachs are full, and they just had like a load of McDonald's, and they're like, I'm not gonna flip. I'm just gonna move my knee. Move your knee so I can move my knee. It was a conversation.
It was a lot of that, like, can you move over, please?
Yeah.
We were both at Peter Luger's. Please move over.
She goes, oh my God, I didn't know that halal meat does stuff to your stomach like that. Scoot over. Scoot over.
I'm all belly bloat from beer.
Oh God! So this is footage from the show that we took last night, and as you can see,
he maintains his weight.
Yeah, he does.
He practices what he preaches
with the cocaine.
Yeah. So we could go on for this. There's thousands of details that we could go into, but we gotta start wrapping it up. It's the last 10 minutes. Two of the coolest moments, easily. And one cool moment and a moment that I want to know about. The coolest moment was he ended the show with two songs that I've never heard of. Really could have been anything. The songs that he ended the show with.
Oh, okay, yes.
Ended the actual show with. And I was like, well, I'm going home. That was a disappointment. Because there's certain songs that we know about talking about Corey Feldman. So we kind of have like a hit list that we know that we wanted to hear at the show.
He didn't do 3 of them.
He did 3 of them in it.
No, he didn't do 3 of them.
Yeah, he didn't do 3 of them. He really only did like 5 out of 30 songs that we were like excited for. Ascension Millennium. Well,
covers.
2 of them were off the list.
Yeah.
So he leaves. The Angels leave the stage. Jay starts the chant, "What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth?" Which is the song we came back from commercial for. What's up? A lot of our fans from this radio show were at that concert. So they started chanting, "What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth?"
Josh, that's a hit he had about 20 years ago.
1980. It had to have been 1985, 1986.
Everybody chanting.
Do you have it?
Oh, yeah.
You got 2 audio going. Hold on. All right, so here it is. You can hear it now. I don't know.
I think it was music in the background of the venue.
Yeah, I think it might have been music in the venue. So Jay starts this chant, gets the whole place going. He comes back out and says, well, usually, he said, like, most of the time, we
wait to see what the crowd wants to hear, and you clearly chose it.
He goes, you clearly chose a song, and he plays the song that Jay started the slow clap for.
We turned the course of the Corey Feldman concert around.
In the history of the show, Josh.
We bent it like Beckham.
That's
to
very
our advantage.
important. It was a very monumental moment. Because we got this guy, and Sal's been on the show several times just to talk about Corey Feldman. When he was on the Today Show, when he went back on the Today Show, all the music that we were learning, way before the Today Show appearances. So for this to happen was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we got him to encore, and then he came out with the second encore, which we were all blown away by.
It was a song from
the Today Show.
Do you remember the news of the Today Show when he came out there and embarrassed himself on national television and then took it as he just killed it? His words about it were, well, a lot of people hated it, but, 23 million views later, doesn't matter. So, and he's kind of right.
Yeah. 250 million.
250 million?
That's what he said.
In a week.
Oh, yeah.
So he embarrassed himself with a live performance. He can't sing. And he dances silly.
So this was the performance that we were talking about where he's dancing like this. We broke it down over an entire episode.
We're going to have to go on with this tomorrow still, Dan. I'll tell you why. There's some of the things we're forgetting here.
We're not getting to the part, though. We got to get to Sal's part.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We have to go to that because we have to come back. There's things we're missing here that I'm telling you.
So we'll do an extra recap of a recap tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank God we're 4 days a week.
Yeah, because you got the Beatles, Billy Joel.
Oh, man. All this stuff.
Dude, Beatles, Billy Joel.
Well, let's get to Sal. So Sal,
the fucking pop. He has the confetti cannons. There's so many things.
So Josh, Corey Feldman's manager approached Sal and said that he was a fan and gave Sal VIP access and tickets to meet Corey Feldman after the show.
Oh wow!
I leave during Go For It. That's when I leave. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna beat the crowd. I'm out of here. Go for it. I heard it to all the points that I wanted to, and right when it was damn near the end, I was like, hey, let's dip out now. Let's just beat the crowd and get running. So we leave. You guys hang out outside. I saw a picture that you tweeted. You were meeting fans. What happened?
Josh, I don't have this perspective. This would be like you getting to meet like Kel from Keenan and Kel. Now, that same half excitement.
Yeah, the same.
I should say,
oh my gosh, I heard you were dead.
Yeah. Perfect. Right. Yeah. Kel, I thought you were dead.
It's so sad that you didn't die. Like, if you would have died, you would have died on top. Like, oh man, he would have been great on SNL too.
Oh, if they took out Kel when he was young, like Tupac? Oh,
yeah.
It would have been all legend.
Can you imagine like a 50-year-old Tupac? That'd just be rough.
No,
you know?
I mean,
I think about that a lot. When the guys that die, you can't even pretend to picture them how they'd be now.
Biggie after he gets his stomach stapled and he's all skinny, selling
like he
shit.
would have lost a toe at least.
Yeah, where you like, I couldn't even. My right leg's gone.
Do you ever wonder if people just die right on time?
Oh yeah, if it's like
Keith Robinson used to have a great bit about that.
Who?
Keith Robinson, like years ago, had a great bit about it. He goes, they had so much more to offer. He's like, no, they didn't. That was it.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain didn't have anything left in him. Like, Biggie didn't have any more good stuff. Dude, Biggie with, like, Al Roker neck, because he just lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, where he's all,
I'm hardcore.
Turns out it was more of a sinus problem than it was a weight thing.
First things first, I got to go to sleep early. I got a Spartan race in the morning.
I'm doing a tough mudder. Puffy jealous, because my six-pack is banging.
You can wash your bra and panties on these. Washboard abs.
No, my last album sucked because I was doing pull-ups the entire time. The Will Smith I Am Legend pull-ups. Showing how jacked my back is.
Egg Peters and Welch's grape. I gotta get up and jog in the morning.
So you went upstairs and met him.
All right, let me just preface this with, let me just also say, like, I am a fan.
We all are.
Of his, like, since a long, long time.
Frog Brothers.
I came into our Corey sessions saying, like, I've been such a fan, because I admire someone who, he's, first of all, he's nearly one of a kind.
Yeah.
Second of all, he commits to whatever he does.
Well, that's the whole thing is sometimes when you see great actors get fucking weird and shit, you're like, well, that's why they're great at acting, is because they can focus that weirdness on that role and become that person. And he's an incredible actor. He's fucking unbelievable.
He's eccentric. He does what he does. We're fans of what he does, for better or worse, right? So exactly. I loved all of his movies. So I don't want to, like, so when I went up there, I was like, I'm going to stay and I'm going to meet this guy, because for 30 years I've been watching him. So I went up there and I had to wait a while because he had, by the way, very admirable. I was told that he is so into it that he went back on stage, started getting equipment and walking it out. He didn't have to. They have people for it. And he's like, no, there's like, he like helps bring everything back to the,
that's nice.
To the thing. So then
I would not guess that from watching that show.
So then he
don't break my computer.
So he had to get ready and washed up.
I don't trust these Mexican workers with my equipment. It'd be funny if it's all poured on racing. That's a pretty cool thing. He's like, I don't want your black ass hands on my amps.
Yeah,
oh, jeez, that wasn't nice at all.
Don't look at the angels.
Let me help you with that.
Those are my angels.
Yeah. Don't even look at them.
Ladies, remember, you break the wings, you buy them.
There was a lot of people waiting to meet him. A lot.
Really?
Yeah, there was like at least 50 people up there, like just waiting. And then he had to get ready. And then he finally was able to get out and break free. And then he had to get through a mass of people. So I kind of was like, at this point, it was like it was really late. I had to be up really early. So I was like, I want to meet him, but I was really like tired.
Yeah.
And I was like.
And Fran, your girlfriend not feeling it.
Yeah, no.
She's like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, she needs to get home too.
Yeah. It's so great when girlfriends have like that. No, baby, I'm cool. This is a fun joke. And it goes a little long. Like my girlfriend at the end was like, hey,
we didn't know it was going to be a 4-hour show. We didn't eat, and I'm fucking hungry. And your friend Lou had artichoke pizza. And so my girlfriend the whole time was like, can we go get artichoke pizza? Because it's around the corner, and I'm fucking starving. And I'm all, yeah, we should go. That's why during Go For It, I'm like, I waited for my part, and I'm gone.
Yeah, and I felt guilty because I was getting the pressure to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm caught in the middle because I also told the people who invited me, great, I'm gonna meet him. So like I was like caught in that tug of war, and then he came out and he was like the place kind of lit up. There was a glow. No,
is that Sal?
he had no idea who I was. I put that out there.
Love that.
He said
that's the best part. Makes me laugh. You were waiting, and there was.
I didn't expect him to. I didn't.
See, I
think
did.
He did.
I thought it was sold very much like they definitely knew who you were.
Oh no, but I think his people, some of the people knew. I didn't expect him to know. Yeah. And he said, I don't even watch TV, but he was so nice. Yeah. I said to him, listen, that was awesome. I don't know how you do this 4 to 6 nights a week, 3 hours a night. I said, how you have the energy, how you have your voice. I was like, everybody had a blast that I was here with.
Yeah.
I said, I've been a fan for a long, long time. This was so cool. It's so cool to meet you. Just really good. Like, best of luck with everything you're doing. It's really, really, really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And he was just like, thanks so much. Great to meet you. Yeah. He talking a little bit about what it's like to tour and just do stuff. And then we took a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was really, really polite and nice.
You don't know. I was like, I'm only one man with these 5 vaginas around me.
He goes, you know what, man? We got to really, he goes, Sal's a good guy.
There it is.
Positivity.
Yes.
How small is he in person?
Well, it was a little shorter than I guess, but I'm not too tall myself. But I will say, like, just very, very nice, soft-spoken.
When we come back tomorrow, let me tell you the things we haven't forgot to talk about. How many details we got about the production soundtracks of Dream a Little Dream Part 1 and the Little Known Dream a Little Dream Part 2?
We absolutely will. Josh, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Make sure you check out Josh's new Comedy Central Records album, I Like You. It's available July 28th and available for pre-order now on iTunes. So go do that now. He also is going to be at the High Plains Comedy Festival in Denver. Great festival in Denver. Did it a couple of years ago. And the people that run it, it's awesome. Great festival. August 24th through the 26th.
Josh also did
Legion of
Skanks, the debate off in Moon Tower. With Sal was also on that show. Josh was absolutely fucking hilarious. Really, really funny. Make sure you check out his album. Okay, that's very, very exciting.
Yeah, and check out this Corey Feldman guy.
Yeah. Make sure you see what he does. Sal, we love you.
Yes, I'm at the House of Blues this Thursday, the 20th.
House of Blues this Thursday
in San Diego.
Nice. Oh, I saw that with Roy Wood Jr. and Theo Vaughn.
Yes, and Millhouse is Chris Millhouse is hosting, and it's going to be a great.
Well, there's the tickets sold.
Yeah.
What's that?
There's a ticket sold. Chris Millhouse is hosting everyone, so the tickets
I don't
are
want to leave
available
him out. He's on the show with us and good dude.
What website? House of Blues or?
I guess House of Blues San Diego.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster.
If you're in San Diego, go check out Sal this Thursday, and we will see you guys tomorrow because we're 4 days a week.
Fucks yeah.
So we'll be right back. We'll
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the Bonfire. Bye, guys.
Let's go for it. We got nothing to lose, so baby, let's go.